Welcome to Target Khakhi. This is Srinivas from Biology Department. So already in the previous class we discussed about human digestive system, about importance of nutrition and about what kind of nutrients are present in our food, how to be healthy and active. So today we are going to discuss about nerve cell, that is also called as neuron. Nerve cell, it is also called as neuron. What is nerve cell actually? Is it related to nervous system? Yes, human nervous system. Again, what is nervous system? Nervous system in our body controls and coordinates various activities. Understood? Nervous system is the system which controls and coordinates various metabolic activities in our body. So, nervous system is comprised of brain, spinal cord, nerves. So, in that nerves only, nerve cells are present. These nerve cells are also called as neurons. So, these neurons are called as structural and functional units of nervous system. Once again I will repeat, the nerve cell is also called the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Actually, how many nerve cells are there in our body? And what is nerve cell actually? It is the longest cell in our body. What is that? The nerve cell is the longest cell in our body, right? But it cannot reproduce. All cells can reproduce, but only nerve cell cannot reproduce. And for every 10 years, some nerve cells get damaged by themselves, That's why we will lose somewhat memory power also for every 10 years. What I told you, for every 10 years, the nerve cells get damaged. Due to that, we lose some memory in the brain. Okay, so let us see the structural and shape of the nerve cell. Now I am drawing the structure of the nerve cell. Okay, you can see its shape also. This is the shape of the nerve cell, or it is also called structure of the nerve cell. I hope that you are seeing very clearly how long it is. That's why nerve cell is called the longest cell in our body. Already it is called the structural and functional unit of nervous system, and it is also called the longest cell in our body. But nerve cells cannot reproduce. That's why their number gradually decreases for every 10 years. As the age increases for us, for every 10 years, the nerve cells get damaged and their number will decrease. But how many neurons are present in our body means, okay, minimum billions of nerve cells are present in our brain and in our body. Billions of nerve cells are present. That's why if for every 10 years, if they get damaged also, we are able to send the messages and transmit the messages or signals to the brain, and we are receiving the messages from the brain, what type of work we are doing, what type of sound we are listening, what type of food we are eating, what type of smell we are smelling, okay, so what type of object we are seeing through our eyes. So nerve cell plays an important role in our body, and minimum 100 billions of nerve cells are present in our body. Now for nerve cell we have to label the parts. What are they? These hair-like structures are called as dendrites. Okay, for nerve cell the hair-like structures are called as dendrites. Next, in the middle of the nerve cell, this is called as nucleus, and this part is called cyton. Cyton, or it is also called soma, or it is also called cell body. For nerve cell, the anterior part, now we are discussing, it is called cyton, or it is called soma, or it is also called cell body. The dot-like structures which are present in the nerve cell are called as Nissls granules. Nissls granules. Next, below the cyton, one of the cyton is extended into number of structures called as axons. These are called axons. Axons. But axons are covered by a fat-like structure or a membrane-like structure called as myelin sheath. This is called myelin sheath. It is called as myelin sheath. Next, at the end of the nerve cell, these are called as synaptic knobs. Synaptic knobs. But these are called as nerve terminals or axon terminals. They are also called as axon terminals. Next, the gap between one myelin sheath and another myelin sheath in the axon is called as node of Ranvier. Node of Ranvier. Okay, is it clear? Now, I drawn the diagram, the structure of the nerve cell, and I label the parts also. So, once again listen everybody, dear children. Nerve cell contains three parts. Number one, the anterior part is cyton, and one of the cyton is extended and prolonged Okay, you are seeing these are called number of axons. Next, axons end with axon terminals. It is also called as nerve terminals. Nerve terminals end with a small bulb-like structure called as synaptic knobs. So what is synapse? Now I will say to you afterwards. So now I am going to explain one part of the nerve cell in detail. Dendrites are nothing but hair-like structures. Dendrites are nothing but hair-like structures which help in forming attachment to another nerve cell, for transmitting of signals or messages. Okay, once again, dendrites are nothing but hair-like structures which are present on the cell body. These dendrites help in attaching another nerve cell or neuron in transmitting signals or messages, because the messages and signals should be supplied or passed to the brain, no, only for reaction. Okay. Next, the nucleus is present inside the cell body. What is cyton? Cyton is also called cell body. Inside the cyton, cell body nucleus is present. This nucleus is nothing but it will store some memories inside it. Like that, all nerve cells will store, not only one. In each of the nerve cell, the nucleus stores memories in that. All nerve cells will store. Next, besides the nucleus, small granule-like structures are present. They are called Nissls granules. Okay, Nissls granules. Nissls is nothing but one scientist name. These Nissls granules, okay, in order to have energy for the nerve cell, Nissls granules provide nutrition to entire nerve cell. Nutrition to entire nerve cell. Nissls granules provide nutrition to this nerve cell. Next, cyton, I already told you, it is also called soma, or it is also called cell body. Next, the thing is axons. Axons are nothing but the extension of the cyton. One of the cyton is extended into number of parts called as axons. Okay, axons. Next, so we came across dendrites, nucleus, cyton and axons. Nissl granules also. But these axons should be protected by a covering. That is called as myelin sheath. Sheath means what? A protective cover. So during transferring of signals, nothing but transmitting of signals from one nerve cell to another nerve cell in our body, a kind of electric current or with high voltage will be produced in the nerve cells. In order to overcome that problem, axons are covered by myelin sheath. This myelin sheath is a protective cover which is made up of with lipids. Lipids are nothing but fats. What it will do? Myelin sheath is made up of with lipids. Lipids are nothing but fats. Again, these fats act like an insulator to the axons of the nerve cell. So myelin sheath act like an insulator. You know what is insulator? Insulator will prevent from the electric shocks. Right? Next, the another thing is node of Ranvier. What is this node of Ranvier? Node of Ranvier is the gap between two axons. Okay, the gap between two axons is called node of Ranvier. Right? Node of Ranvier. What is the use of node of Ranvier? Ranvier node or node of Ranvier helps in jumping of signals Suppose when we are walking on the road, we came across one sharp objects, iron nails or glass pieces which are broken on the road, which were broken on the road, or any dung is there, or any one small drainage canal is there. So while we are talking with friends and walking on the road, immediately we jump suddenly. That jumping signal will be given by node of Ranvier. So that is only its use. So what it will do? It will jump the signal. It will jump the signal. Next, nerve terminals. The end part of the nerve cell, the end part of the nerve cell ends with the terminal part of the, the bottom part of the nerve cell ends with number of branches called as terminals, or nerve terminals or axon terminals. These axon terminals further end with a small bob-like structure called as synaptic knob. Synaptic knob. Okay. This synaptic knob, which is present at the bottom of the nerve cell, helps in forming synapse with another nerve cell. Okay, I will draw the diagram and I will show to you how it will be. Actually, what is synapse and what is the function of it? Let us see. I hope you understood very well about nerve cell. So nerve cell, other name is neuron. What is neuron? Longest cell in our body, okay, which cannot reproduce. Next, it will damage for every 10 years. Next, it is also called structural and functional unit of nervous system. Again, what is nervous system? Nervous system is nothing but which helps in our body by controlling and coordinating various activities. Activities nothing but metabolic activities. What are those activities? Digestion, nutrition, respiration, coordination, okay, reproduction, and etc. అయ్యో ఇది రబ్ చేసిన కదా నేను రబ్ చేసిన ఇది యాడ్ వస్తలే రబ్ చేసిన నేను ఇట్లా ఏం కాదు. Now we are going to discuss about synapse. What is synapse actually? So first we have to draw two nerve cells, right? Okay, this is one nerve cell and another nerve cell is Okay, now I drawn here two nerve cells, okay. So in these two nerve cells, the two nerve cells are joining at one place, no? So this is called as synapse. What is that? Synapse. What is synapse? I already told you. The synaptic nerves of one nerve cell are connected with dendrites of another nerve cell. So what is happening here? The message which is present in, the information which is present in one nerve cell is passed to another nerve cell only by synapse. Understood? So now synapse we can define easily. What is that? The information which is present in one nerve cell can be passed to another nerve cell only with the help of synapse. So what is synapse? Synapse is the functional gap between two neurons. Synapse is the functional gap between two neurons. From where the message or information or signals can be transmitted from one to another one is called synapse. The functional gap between one neuron and another neuron, where the information can be transmitted easily, okay, is called as synapse. So in our body, so many synapses will form because only to transmit the information, otherwise the messages cannot be sent to the brain. Whenever we touch any hot object or cold object, from nerves only the message will be passed to the brain, and after passing the brain will give signals, and those signals will pass again from the neurons, and with the help of our skin they tell us, the receptor cells which are connected to the nerve cells, they tell us it is the whether we touched object, no, that is hot or cold. Understood? Not only this one, pain, pressure, okay, thinking, speech, right, and writing, reading, finding, identifying, doing research, walking, running, jumping, okay, na, eating, all comes under coordination. That coordination comes under the activities which are controlled in our body only by nervous system, and nervous system is made up of with brain, spinal cord and nerve cells. Time. ఇంకా 2 minutes ఉన్నాయి. అంతేనా? So once again, synapse is nothing but the functional gap between two neurons where the information can be passed from one neuron to another neuron. Okay children, I given the definition also, what is synapse. If you want to copy, you can. But without synapse, the information cannot be passed. So we have to remember this point, compulsory. Okay now, next. Actually, what is nervous system? What is the importance of brain in our body? Okay, what is spinal cord? Where it is present? Now let us see that one. So neurology, the study of nervous system is called neurology. What is that? The study of nervous system is called neurology. The study of nervous system is called neurology. I hope you understood this point. Neurology, I think you have seen in different multi-specialty and super specialty hospitals. Neurology department. Nothing but what? It deals only about brain, spinal cord and nerves. Understood? It deals with nervous system. So again, nervous system is comprised of, the nervous system is comprised of brain. Number one, brain. Next, second one is spinal cord. Third one is nerves. What is that? Nerves. So brain, spinal cord, nerves. Understood? You know, the brain is important in our body. It is located in the skull. What we say, this is head, but this inside the head, bony structure is called skull. So inside the skull, the brain is present. It is located inside the skull and it is protected by the skull. So that skull, another name only, is called as cranium. What is that? Cranium. Cranium. Next, spinal cord. What is spinal cord? What is the relation between spinal cord and brain? The spinal cord is present through the backbone, inside the backbone, means in the canal of the backbone. Spinal cord is present in the canal of the backbone, but which is connected to the brain. Spinal cord is present in the canal of the backbone and it is connected to the brain. So, but it is its shape will be same like a cable. So, the spinal cord appears like a cable and it acts like a cable for messages. Acts like a cable for messages. Understood? Spinal cord acts like a cable for messages. Next, nerves means you know. In our body everywhere nerves are present. I already told you now. Nerves are nothing but in the nerves neurons are present. Neurons are also called nerve cells. Right? ఎంత ఎంత ఇక మళ్ళీ రేపు దీన్ని కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాం. అంటే అయిపోయిందంటే రేపు ఇదే మళ్ళా. ఇది పెద్ద టాపిక్ కదా, ఎట్లా అయిపోతుంది అంటే ఒక 40 minutes అయిందా ఆపేస్తాను. So now we are discussing about brain. The external structure of the brain. What is the importance of the brain? Now I am going to teach you. Actually, what is brain? Where it is present? Where it is located? How it is protected? Okay, actually it is nothing but a small muscular structure. It should be protected by any hard structure, that is only called as cranium. and the study of brain is called phrenology. The study of brain is called phrenology. What is that? The study of brain is called phrenology. So where is the brain located and protected? Inside the skull. The skull another name is located and protected inside the skull. The another name of skull is cranium. Another name of skull is cranium. Okay, na? What is skull actually? It is a bony structure which is made up of with 22 large and small bony pieces. That is only called as skull or cranium. And the nerves which are attached to the brain are called cranial nerves. Why? Because brain is present in the skull, no. That's why the nerves which are present and connected to the brain are called as cranial nerves. What are they? Cranial nerves. Nerves which are connected to the brain. Are called as cranial nerves. The nerves which are connected to the brain are called cranial nerves. Because I already told cranium means skull. It is a hard bony structure. It is made up of with 22 large and small bony pieces. What are they? Large and small bony pieces. Large and small bony pieces. Okay, that is only called as skull. Of course, in the skull fixed joints also present. Fixed joints, all are fixed joints only, but only lower jaw is movable. See, this is lower jaw. It is movable, but remaining parts which are present in the skull they are fixed together. That's why they are called as fixed joints. They are immovable, but only lower jaw is a movable. That's why we can speak, we can chew properly, we can eat, and we can move our lower jaw. Next, what is the study of brain is called phrenology. Okay, it is present and located and protected inside the skull. Understood? What are the functions of the brain actually? We have to see now. The functions of the brain. The next topic is functions of the brain. The functions of the brain. Does the brain function in our body? Because it is located inside the skull, no? Is it stable or it can do any work? Okay? Yes, because the brain is the control center of our body. What is that? Brain is the control center of our body. So, what it will do, control center means, does it control anything in our body? Yes, it is sure, compulsory. Brain controls all metabolic activities in our body. Suppose I am getting hungry. That hungry signal, who given to me? By the brain only. The hunger signals in my stomach are passed by brain only. Understood? So, number one, it gives signals. It gives signals or messages to all parts of the body. Second thing, it gives messages. What messages? Feeling hungriness, want to speak with anybody, or seeing a colorful object, okay? Or if the food is not digested properly in our mouth, then we can do vomiting also. Next, feeling somewhat pain if we touch any sharp object, okay? Or feeling hot and cold temperature by touching with the skin only. Suppose if I touch ice piece, then I feel cold. That cold signal will be, the cold message in the form of message will be sent to the brain, and immediately within fraction of seconds the signal comes to the same position and tells that the ice is a cold object. Next, suppose if I touch a hot object, then immediately the message transfers to the brain, and the brain sends message that we touched the hot object, that is fire or any hot vessel lid, or mastic also even, or any burnt cracker also at the same time, right? Number 2, it helps in giving signals. It helps in giving signals immediately. I can say that brain not only helps in giving signals, but it receives messages from all body parts, and at the same time it gives signals to all body parts at the same time within fraction of seconds. Even we don't know within how many seconds we are getting that message, right? So this is only called as response to stimuli, response to stimulus. So one example I am telling about this. Response to stimulus means what? Response means what? Touching hot object is stimulus. Response is removing hand from hot object. Removing hand from hot object. Is it clear, everybody? Touching hot object is called a stimulus. Then our skin, the receptor cells which are present in the skin will send message immediately to the brain, no? And the signal will pass from brain to our body parts where we touched with the fingers, with our hands. So immediately we remove our hand, no? That is called response. That is called response. So response to stimulus means for actions compulsory there will be reactions in our body. For actions there will be reactions, equal and opposite reactions also sometimes, okay? Next, the brain helps in giving us speech, nothing but to speak, to talk, right? The brain helps in storing so many millions of memories in it, millions of memories. Suppose I saw a movie, I can remember in my brain. How is it possible? Because of the brain stores millions of memories. Again in the brain also nerve cells are present. In the nerve cells nucleus is present. Okay, nucleus stores memories, right? Not only nucleus, in the brain cerebrum will be present. We will discuss tomorrow while discussing the structure of the brain. Each and every topic I will tell again, right? So brain it helps in storing memories. Next, it helps in thinking, speech, Next, remembering. Next, coughing, smelling, sneezing, walking, running, muscular activities, etc. Of course, brain has not only remembering capacity. Okay, na? Just now I told that brain can store millions of memories in it, but at the same time, brain may forget also some things, whatever stored. That's why generally in our house we see, suppose if I keep bike keys here, then I may when I am going, I may forget. Again I will check in my pocket. Again I should come to my room and I have to see on the table or in the shelf. This is nothing but somewhat loss of memories in the brain. So brain acts in two ways. Brain acts in two ways. It helps in remembering, and it also loses memory. That is called as forgetness. We will forget some things also, right? So up to now, children, we discussed about the functions of the brain. Tomorrow, by drawing the brain structure, I will discuss each and every point to you. Okay, na? Next thing is about spinal cord. Also, I told you the spinal cord is a thread-like structure or cable-like structure which passes from the brain to the backbone, and it will also have some nerves which are connected to it, right? Next thing is nerves. Nerves nothing but nerve cells are neurons. Both are called as same. Okay, na? So we will discuss the remaining part of the Abhi. శవన్ ఒకసారి రండి. లైట్ ఆఫ్ అయింది అక్కడ. అయిపోయింది మరి. సో ద రిమైనింగ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద brain topic or nervous system we will discuss tomorrow. Okay children, see you.